Bangladesh is rich with flora and fauna. Different species of plants envelop many parts of this land, and bamboo is a significant one in this regard, contributing a lot to the socio-economy of the country. There are more than 30 species of bamboo grown in Bangladesh. Among them, 7 are natural in the forest and remaining are cultivated in the villages. The naturally grown bamboo vegetation in Bangladesh are localized in the semi-evergreen and moist deciduous forests of the hills of Chittagong Hill Tracts, Cox's Bazar, Sylhet, and in other districts, either as undergrowth of tree species or as pure stand, mainly on well-drained slopes. Bamboo species are perennial woody grasses with well-developed rhizome system. In Bangladesh, bamboo is the most priority multi-purpose plant. It is the main construction material for about 90% of the rural housing. It has a variety of uses ranging from its use as pulp and paper manufacture to cottage industries, agricultural implements, and household uses. In many deforested areas, more planting stocks are needed to use bamboo as an ecological plant to help reclaim vast tracts of degraded lands for controlling soil erosion. In recent years, there is an acute shortage of bamboo in the country. The gap between supply and demand has been widening day by day. To minimize the gap, it is urgently needed to increase the production of bamboo through cultivation. Bamboo can be propagated through seeds as well as different vegetative means. The seeds of different bamboo species are like wheat grains. However, the seeds of Melocanna bamboo, locally known as muli bash, are flashy green and big onion-shaped. This most widely used species constitutes more than 90% of the total natural bamboo vegetation of Bangladesh. Seeds should be sown as soon as they are collected because of their short viability. The swollen stalk end of a seed should be sown in well-drained soil mixed with cow dung and buried horizontally at least 0.5 to 1 centimeter deep in soil. Germination starts within 5 to 7 days of sowing and continues for 20 to 25 days. Large and heavy seeds, not less than 50 grams of Melocanna, should be selected to get the maximum germination and healthy seedlings. When a seed of this bamboo germinates, usually 1 to 4 plumels are successively developed, each forming a stem in the seedling. After 30 to 40 days of germination, rhizome system starts to develop in the seedling. Initially, seedlings elongate rapidly and produce a big-sized leaves, with comparatively soft, succulent stems which are damaged during strong wind and transportation. Therefore, at 3 to 5 months of age, the soft stem tips should be cut at 5th node to control the height. Bamboos produce seeds after long intervals of 35 to 60 years, and therefore propagation is not always possible with seeds. As a result, bamboos are commonly propagated with vegetative means. The offset planting is the most conventional method of bamboo propagation in the rural areas. The offset should be collected from a healthy clump of desired species and must be young, not exceeding 2 years of age. The buds, both on culm nodes and rhizome, should not be injured at the time of excavation. Offsets are normally obtained and transplanted just before the rainy season or after a pre-monsoon shower. However, the offset method has a number of limitations. Offsets are bulky and heavier. The method is expensive due to excavation and transportation cost. Propagules are not available in large quantities. Survival of offset is not always satisfactory. The method is not suitable for large-scale plantation programs. Propagation of bamboo through branch cutting is easy and one of the most practical methods which has been developed through research. Branches bearing aerial roots at the bases are selected for this method. Branches should be selected on 1 to 2 year old culms because of the aerial roots and buds that remain alive. These pre-rooted branches have to be collected very carefully from the nodes of the standing culms. Use of saw is most suitable for excision of branches from the culm. The collected branches should be carried in water-containing bucket to prevent drying of cut ends. The leaves, auxiliary branches and tips of the collected branches are to be trimmed carefully to minimize the transpiring surface of the cuttings. To produce a well-developed root system, cuttings should be placed in sand propagation bed. The propagation bed must be established on the flat, horizontal and leveled ground and surrounded by bricks to keep it in place. The width of the bed should be 1 meter, but the length may vary from 5 to 15 meters. The rooting medium is to be placed in the bed in 3 layers, each with 7 to 10 centimeter dip. The bottom layer contains coarse, the middle medium, and the top layer fine-sized sand. The bed is to be surrounded by bricks to protect from erosion. The branches have to be placed into the bed 2 to 3 centimeter apart and based at the 7 to 10 centimeter depth. The sand is firmed around the bases of cuttings by pressing with fingers. The cut exposed end of the branch tip should be covered with cow dung or wax to minimize desiccation. Immediately after placing the branches, misting should be operated or manually watered. The cuttings start sprouting within 7 to 10 days and producing well-developed roots within 4 to 8 weeks. The branch cutting method has several advantages over the conventional offset method. With this method, large number of propagules can be produced from each bamboo clump. It's cheaper than the offset method. Transportation cost is minimum. Branch cutting can be done throughout the year. Considering the rarity of bamboo seedlings, Bangladesh Forest Research Institute has developed macroproliferation method through rhizome separation technique for multiplication of bamboo seedlings. This ensures frequent supply of planting stalks for a number of years. Seedlings are to be raised in polythene bags containing soil and cow dung. Within 5 to 9 months of age, a seedling produces 4 to 8 culms and becomes ready for multiplication. Soil from roots should be washed off so that rhizome system is completely exposed. Then, rhizome system is to be cut into a number of pieces by secatio. Each piece is replanted in separate polybags and hardened under shed. The propagation methods described could be a good tool to produce large number of planting stalks to plant up in the hilly and rural areas. Apart from soil conservation, bamboo plantation will increase the bamboo resources, help generate employment opportunity, and alleviate poverty in rural areas of Bangladesh.